bing, 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 bong. China, bing, bing, bong. Obamacare, bing, 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 bong, 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 bong. Get those lights off. Bing, 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 bing. China, bong, bong, bing, 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 bong. Turn off the lights.
Trump.
Yeah.
You sexy man.
Welcome, everybody.
That is
to
great.
The Coffee Casuals and Consoles podcast. I don't know what just happened. I think Trump took over the podcast for a moment. Some weird shit's going on here today. So
Illuminati confirmed.
Happy Sunday, you guys. What's up, everybody in the chat? We've got Supersonic Station. That doesn't count. I don't know why I always say your name.
He doesn't seem like a very bright guy.
I don't count because the Illuminati got me.
Ice Queen, what's up? Jesse Darby. Yeah, so happy Sunday.
Congratulations.
Oh, God.
I say congratulations.
Congratulations for what?
He doesn't seem like a very bright guy.
He doesn't. What's up, Yobi Dren? All right, Xbot.
Oh, my
Is this
goodness.
Q&A with Donald Trump? Donald Trump, can you make America great again?
It doesn't exist, folks.
Yeah, they
Awesome.
do. Wow, you're I was going to say you're a nerd and you're nonsense at the same time. Holy crap.
I fully understand.
Wow, okay. I'm done with you. But where's my coffee? I have an empty coffee mug here.
Oh,
What's up,
excuse me.
Shinso?
The last time I brought
Do
you
your
coffee,
job, bro.
I didn't get a tip. All right.
I'm going to give you a tip, all right? The tip of the Sharpie.
Whoa, Crispy. I don't know. I might be coming to live with you soon.
Well, you know,
I got an
his
extra room,
mortgage
bro.
is expensive, so I don't know. you have to pay half the mortgage. What's up, you guys? We have the usual coffee casuals and console crew here tonight. We have the Xbot 448. Xbot, you want to say what's up?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? We're back, CCC full panel, and I think we're gonna talk about
No, we're not.
game that rhymes with back clown. Maybe. So
All right.
watch your back, clown. Got you.
Oh man, Xbot, that's not happening. And then we have Supersonic Station. Supersonic, you want to say what's up?
Hello, everybody. It's good to be here. I'm sick as hell as usual.
As
but
usual.
It's a wonderful day. So, and I want to thank Trump for being on the show today. It's about time.
Trump said thank you.
President Trump.
Thank you,
There's
Mr.
nothing
Trump.
wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
Donald Trump, can I ask you a question, Mr. Trump?
No.
Are we ever gonna have VR on Xbox?
You're not a nice person.
Fuck you, Trump.
Okay, and then
I fully understand.
Supersonic Station got sick because he was playing some Game Pass games this week, I'm sure. Crispy Bomb, would you like to say what is up to everybody?
What is up? What's going on? Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's all about Donkey Kong. Woo!
It is. And then we have the Butcher Van. Butcher Van, do you want to say hello? Even though you skipped
what's
out
going
on
on?
us last week.
I know. I was in Disneyland enjoying the fun.
Oh yeah, how was
But
that?
it was pretty good. I got put in the corner by Chewbacca because I went for a
Chewbacca's like,
photo op
"Arr,
with
you're a bad boy."
Chewbacca. Yeah, I
You
went
could
with
tell him
for
where
a photo op with Chewbacca, and when we were walking in to get a photo with Chewbacca, my ringtone went off, and it was Darth Vader.
Wow.
And
Tell
That
us
sounds
where he
kinky.
touched you, bro. You could
it
tell
just
us where he
happened to be
touched you.
that Chewbacca was very, very upset, so he put me in the corner while everybody else was taking pictures, and then kept growling at me every time I'd turn around.
That sounds like an epic night. I
Yeah.
can't make the Chewbacca growl. Can anybody hear? I was trying to, and I went, wow.
I didn't even want to try to attempt it.
Pretty good.
There you go.
That doesn't sound like a growl.
I tried. It's more like a semi-purr, but, you know, you gotta,
It's like
you gotta get
it's like
that.
putting a cat underwater that's purring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drowning
But
cat.
I'm excited to be here. There was a ton of awesome games that came out this weekend, like Metro and Far Cry
And
Anthem
and
and Jump Force.
Mm-hmm.
that was awesome. Hold on. And
Tetris Battle Royale.
Yeah. I can't. I don't know of any other games that came out
This is gonna be a
weekend.
rough one, people. I'm just saying.
And that crack that whip. That's what.
Oh.
Crack that whip.
Oh, I love Devo. That's one of my favorite games.
You guys are crazy. All right, guys. What have you guys been playing? We're gonna start with Supersonic Station. Let us know what kind of really awesome Game Pass games you've been
Save
playing.
me for last on this because I have to go get myself a cup of coffee. Okay.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
I did start. I forgot that I did start Horizon Zero Dawn. That's pretty cool actually, and the new DLC, free DLC for Resident Evil. I tried that and I got wrecked so bad.
You got
But
wrecked?
I'm gonna try to go back into it. I got a rack. It's huge. Do you want to feel it?
Not at all. I'm good.
Other than that, I just been really sick. I've been playing I'm not sick from VR. We just have everyone in this house has the flu. So I did play VR like early last week and played Big Room. They have a new update that's like a thing where you can. It's like a social thing. It's called Big Screen. It's an app. It's a free app that you can hang out with your friends and watch movies and watch 3D movies and just hang out and stuff.
My ADD wouldn't allow that. No.
No, that's what Brian Baker said. but you can pull out crayons and draw and stuff while you're watching a movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would draw
That's awesome.
giant dongs on everybody. That's what I would do.
That's the first thing most people do in there.
Yeah, we're mature assholes.
Also, affected the Manor. They gave me a review copy, and then they gave me one to give out. So Jago Coogan won that one. That's another VR game. It's like having your own haunted house, so it's pretty cool.
All right,
Plenty of jump
that
scares.
sounds like
It's
fun.
creepy.
I want a
Yes.
haunted house.
Yeah, so mostly just VR this week. I'll try to get into more games next week.
Awesome. All right, and then we have Crispy Bomb. Don't even say Gears of War. Anything but Gears of War. What have you played?
Gears of War.
Oh, shut up. You did not.
Okay. I did not. Come on. What's my picture? I do have something to say that has nothing to do with games. We on Twitter need to relax with this, Xbox versus PlayStation thing.
We're being a bunch of vaginas.
Okay, I saw something on Twitter that was absolutely disgusting. Okay, as a human being, if you were to say this about any special needs people, okay, and they enjoy what Xbox has given them, and you are to sit here and talk bad about them because of a commercial in Super Bowl, which was probably one of the best commercials I've seen on the Super Bowl, and you're all of a sudden just going to say this randomly, you deserve nothing in life.
I have no idea what you're referring to. I didn't see this, but I've had a very busy week, so
I'm sure somebody on the panel knows what I'm talking about.
What I do?
hope.
everything.
Not you, Xbot. I mean, you do everything wrong, but not in this point in time. But
It's
seriously, somebody said some really ridiculous things, and it was more towards special needs people, and I truly believe that we cannot continue to use gaming and our preference of console as a crutch for saying such horrible things. And I'm sure at the least the chat, a few of them have seen it. It's pretty disgusting. And I like I say, I don't name people's names, but I'm absolutely disgusted that somebody would honestly say what they said. And I hope the best for them because they need to get some help.
What did they say? Like, I don't even know what it is. What did they say?
Basically, the commercial about Xbox's adaptive controller.
Yeah, I saw the commercial, and that was a pretty awesome commercial.
Okay, well, basically, they said some horrible things about how Xbox was using that and this and that, it's yes, and I mean,
Uh-oh. Is it just me or is he botting?
He's
Yeah,
gone
we
right
lost
now.
him.
All
Christy,
right.
we lost you, brother.
Well,
Where'd you go?
before we go
can't-
on any further, guys, Saltiest Gaming is in the chat, and I just want to say congrats to Salty and his wife because they're having a baby girl. So
Hell yeah.
congrats. I saw it on Twitter,
Congratulations.
and that's so exciting. His computer died. Sorry. Man, Crispy, you need a new computer. All right. Xbot,
Yo,
what have you
what's up?
been playing this
Oh.
week?
Damn, I have been laying the smackdown in Crackdown.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been waiting for this moment. As you can tell, I was thinking about how am I gonna say this? Yo, been playing that game. I have a feeling we might get into it, as a topic in a little bit. So I'm not gonna kind of dive deep on my thoughts on that. Metro Exodus as well, and I absolutely love the Metro games. If guys out there in the chat, if you haven't played any of the Metro games and you love a game with a good story that really kind of immerses you, gets you caught up in the world that they're portraying in the video game, you are doing yourself a disservice by not playing any of these games. Like there's Metro 2033, which it hasn't aged that bad. It wasn't that much of a stunner like graphically to begin with, but the story, layer on top of layer of story. Then there's Metro Last Light, takes what happened at the end of 2033 and just pumps it up to 10. And now with Exodus, they're basically letting you explore the world, like wherever you stop with your train, and explore the world and get to experience what is going on the surface of Russia is basically where you are. And all like the mutated creatures, the bandits, kind of like people trying to survive. Like this is a quality single player game. Like I highly recommend it if you like getting into stories and stuff like that, and you like exploring and finding new things like attachments to weapons to make them like crazy OP stuff. Like you definitely need to play this game.
Did they have strippers like the first one?
Oh, I remember. I remember that. I'm not. I'm still basically at the first stop, like the first stop of the train, because like I'm like, all right, I'm looking over here. I'm like, all right, how am I going to get over there and see what is in kind of like those rundown buildings and stuff over there? Like, I love the fact that they opened this game up because the first two were very, very linear. You know what I'm saying? You're going from point A to point B, and there was no real kind of like stretch in the middle of it where you can go and explore. You just basically you were going down I don't want to say corridor, but the kind of like a developer made corridor. There you were going into a crazy environment, but you basically were specifically going towards where you needed to go. With this one, they opened it up to where you can start like going around using your boat to get to other little pieces of land that are scattered throughout and searching through the buildings and being careful of the bandits and all the mutated creatures and stuff on land. It is crazy.
Sorry, I
Freaking
just
love
had
the
an
game.
ad play in the background while you were talking by accident.
So it was talking over me?
Yeah, a little bit, not a lot. It was like saying crazy stuff, but it's all good now.
Why are you disrespecting Metro Exodus like that?
The Illuminati confirmed. I'm sorry. I didn't
see
want
that.
to hear about it anymore.
Do we have a new sponsor? Because I saw the all-seeing eye in there. I'm like, uh-oh.
I cannot confirm nor deny the all-seeing eye. What's up, Monkey Punch? Continue, bot. You were telling us everything you were playing, but not diving too deep into it, right?
Well, not too deep into the first game I talked about, because I have a feeling we're going to talk about that. But I did dive a little deep into Metro. I'm trying to think of what else I played. I just figured out, lady, you might want to know this. I started downloading Anthem because that code that Predator gave me for EA Access actually does work.
Yeah?
So, yeah, you might be able to play Anthem tonight.
Oh, but I can't. I have other things I have to play. But
Did I just see a Twinkie? I swear to God, I just saw a Twinkie on the screen.
Oh, wow, you're hungry. You're really sick, yo. You're really sick. All right, Xbot, did you play anything else? Crackdown, Metro.
I didn't play New Dawn yet. I've been waiting to co-op that with you.
Oh my gosh, New Dawn is amazing.
Well, we're gonna move on to Butchervan. Butchervan.
Apex Legends as well. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Butchervan, have you been playing any Crackdown?
I've been playing Metro, and I've been playing Far Cry New Dawn, and I played Anthem, and I played a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege again.
Nice. You know, that's one of the trending streams on Mixer right now.
Oh, they've done so much to that game since I last remember playing.
Nice.
They've made a lot of progress in that game. I'm excited to see if they ever make a second version of it. Because I think with all the things they've learned over the years, this game's going to be pretty good if they do.
You know what I like
hoping
about that?
they do.
The tactical aspect of it. I mean, you could play with randoms, but if you play with randoms, they like to team kill, and that's really frustrating. So I tried to not play Rainbow Six Siege with randoms, and nobody really plays it anymore.
I like the tactical part of it, but about Rainbow Six Siege, I like that it's so destructible, and that's a really cool thing. So like when a bomber comes and blows up, it blows up like that room, and then you can see the floor below you and the walls opened up. You know, I just like that. It's pretty cool.
Very nice. Very nice.
Anyways, but Metro is an amazing game. I mentioned that to you guys a couple weeks ago when I was kind of giving you a little bit of insights.
You were hinting.
Yeah, cause I couldn't go into too much.
Tell me, sir. I am a Metro fan.
Well, but a lot of people were kind of skeptical, and I was like, put skepticism aside because this game is insane. It is so good. And then Far Cry, if you liked Far Cry 5, then you'll like New Dawn because it's very similar. It's kind of like, you know how some people were saying it's a reskin? It, to a degree, it kind of is, but they've added a lot more story to it, and it's different enough to not feel like a reskin.
Nice.
So they've changed a bunch of the mechanics in the game to make it feel like a different game, even though it's very similar. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. All right, and then Crispy Bomb, now that you're back, if your computer wants to behave, would you like to let us know what you've been playing?
Gears.
Okay, so
I've had no time, to be honest. Like, I've been working so much. It's been crazy.
Well, me too, but I haven't made time for games this week. And usually there'll be like weeks where it'll be less crazy at my job, and then I won't have time to game. And then, like, I don't know, I guess I made a point of making time to game this week. And like Valentine's Day at my job is absolutely horrendous, as I'm sure it is with your job as well. But
yes.
I don't know. I guess I was so excited Friday that I was just like, play everything, Mel. Play it all. Foxy said, drink for Gears.
I get to the point where I come home and I'm like, do I really even want to pick up the controller because I'm so tired? So I just sit there and watch TV. I mean, I had to catch up on Shameless and The Walking Dead and a few other shows. So I just sat there for a couple days, and now I played Gears tonight, but like I get tired of Gears and then I go to something else, but I haven't been able to get tired of Gears.
You'll never get tired of Gears. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys know what I've been playing. PUBG. I didn't play a lot of PUBG though, to be honest. I played Crackdown 3 for a couple hours. I didn't get too much into that. I played with Xbot. We were doing he was streaming and I was streaming, and he was that guy, Terry Crews. He's muted right now. He's talking though. I can hear him. I'm sure you guys can hear him from the other room too. But he was playing as Terry Crews, and then I was playing as whatever character I picked. I don't remember the lady. And there's like a totally different intro if you play with Terry Crews versus the other lady, who wasn't important enough to get a special intro, obviously.
That's right.
I was a little bit disappointed about that because I'm like streaming with him and I'm watching his stream and it looks so cool, and mine I just go right into the game. I was like, what kind of bullshit is that? So what else did I play? Far Cry New Dawn. Really, really enjoyed that. Literally, my day off on Friday, I spent almost the whole day playing Far Cry New Dawn.
Hold on, you play Far Cry New Dawn. Is that multiplayer?
It is co-op.
Oh, so you were playing co-op then?
Well, I was playing solo.
A single player experience?
Essentially, yes. Yes, I was. And I was having fun.
Gasp.
Shut up. I don't like single player games, so that's why we're like gasping right now. But I guess they're kind of growing on me, but okay.
Well, not only that, but you have like people you can assign to help you. So
okay, so my chick died first.
Yeah.
She died, and I haven't brought her back to life yet. It was an accident. But yeah, I did see that you can get different people. But all right, so you know how you have a game, right? And you have the missions, and then you get sidetracked to all the other little side missions, and I don't know where I'm at anymore. So I'm gonna be playing some of that later. But I really do enjoy that game. What else did I play? I played Job Simulator in VR. I know some of you haters are gonna be like, VR. Okay, well, I enjoy it. And
VR.
Shut up, bot.
I had to. You said some of those haters.
You're hating? You know what, bot? You'd be enjoying it if you had VR, so shush.
I'd be enjoying it if we had Rock Band VR.
Oh, get
I
your
thought
own
you
VR.
got that.
No, I got him the part that he needs. I didn't buy the game.
I got the $10 part.
It was $9, no shipping cost.
I like to round it out, okay?
Yes. All right. So, Job Simulator, you can be like a gourmet chef, or you can be auto mechanic person, and then there's a couple other things, and I just unlocked overtime in one of them, so you can just do whatever. But it is a lot of fun. I don't know, the game is really responsive with the VR, so I really like that, but at the same time, it feels like it's lacking something, like more challenging missions, I guess you could say. And then I played Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. I've never played that before. I played that last night with my 13-year-old, and let me tell you, we had so much fun. I was actually like kind of like really bad at giving him instructions, and I exploded my kid like 4 times. I don't even know. I lost count. It was horrible.
I watched it. That's a VR game, correct? Right? You played it VR.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. It was like $1 and change when I picked it up. So it was like, heck yeah.
Oh yeah. I watched your
it.
stream. Like that looks so intense. Like I was like kind of on the edge.
Dude,
like
try to
watching
understand these freaking manuals. It's like, what? I don't even know, but it was a lot of fun. So I definitely, I want to do it where like somebody's like, I'm explaining it to them over like a party chat or something, because I think that'd be cool. Mr. Glass said VR, thumbs down, 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 down. I know you don't like VR, and I'm sorry, but I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and that's what matters, right? It's the fun part. So anyways, other than that, guys, that's our show. That's it.
Woo! Great job, everybody. Home run.
Oh, see you later.
No. Don't even go anywhere.
Anybody out there who streams games, if you ever want to get Supersonic into the chat in your stream, even if the game's not VR, just put VR in your title and he'll come check it out at least once.
True story. If you put Game Pass, he's gonna be like, nah. All right, so guys, before we dive into any topics, I believe it's April 16th, there's this game coming out, and I think we've talked about it a while ago, but I really, really, really want it, and I want to know if you guys are planning on getting it, the World War Z game. What's funny, bot? What's funny?
Nothing.
No, bot. I want to hear what
no,
you're
with
laughing
all
about.
this drama going out on social media about quote-unquote mediocre games, it's funny that you bring this game up.
All right, you know what? This mediocre game shit's going to stop here.
I think I've had that game on my PC for like 2 years or something, and I played it a couple times, and
Is it any good?
I didn't
Yes,
think
was
so,
kidding.
but it's just my opinion. I didn't think it was all that wonderful. But hey, some people love that shit. Just like some people love some people love Crackdown.
Wow.
We should know about games based off movies. I think we should know by now. They just don't work out. They never do. It's
All right,
like
but my
maybe
main
like
thing is
handful.
it's a zombie shooter. The zombies act like they do in the movie, and I think that was a freaking spectacular movie. Okay.
It was a very good movie. Let's emphasize movie. Okay.
Demo.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry, but them zombies, like, did they ever make a freaking 13 weeks later, whatever the hell it's called, 7 weeks later?
28 days later.
There you go. 28 days later.
13 weeks later.
I love that movie.
They're gonna make a pregnancy simulator. It's called 9 Months Later.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yo, I bet you there's one of those on Steam. They have like Panty Dropper VR on Steam, and I'm like, no, Mel, you can't stream that. No.
Well, just giving you a heads up, World War Z got a 63 on Metacritic,
You know what?
and it's a goddamn fun game.
See, you know what? There we go. That's what I was looking for.
I don't agree.
All right. So,
Don't
you
make me
know,
laugh.
Hey, it's fun for certain people, and it got a 63. That's all that matters.
Okay, so
63 isn't bad,
Crackdown
huh?
3 is fun for certain people, but, you know, got a 59 or 60, whatever the hell it is at this point.
58 to be exact.
Really? It's at 58 now?
Yes.
Okay, that is borderline. That game
Bullshit.
better be fucking broken as shit, dude. I'm just saying.
All right. So, you know what? Guys, let's talk about Metacritic since you guys want to get the party
I thought we were
started.
talking about World War Z.
Yeah,
No.
I was just announcing World War Z that it had 63 Metacritic.
Well, Van won't talk about Crackdown, so I want
Van
to hear him
will.
talk about Crackdown.
Van will. He's
Conspiracy
going to
theories.
pretend that he's not going to, but he is.
Our battery.
All right. So, anyways, I was really interested in this World War Z game, and I didn't check out the Metacritic. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna do
Well,
that now.
we don't normally do that anyway. Like when we're interested in a game, if we're interested in it, it doesn't really matter what reviewers are saying. Am I right? Am I right, people? Or
Yeah. My microphone keeps getting stuck.
guys. I'd like to say one thing. Like, there's so many horror movies that I absolutely love and
There's horror movies?
adore, and they usually get like 2 out of 10s. But I don't like Crackdown. Like, if you like the game and have fun with it, fuck what everyone else is saying. Just have fun.
Yo, Super, if you like 2 out of 10 rated movies, I got a movie for you. It's called Poultrygeist.
I even like Plan 9 from Outer Space. That's such, like, I love cheesy bad stuff.
Oh man,
Oh,
no,
then
this
you'll
is
love
really
it.
bad. He sounds
Nice.
like he's already seen it. He started giggling when you said Poultrygeist. All right, so
Yeah, he should know. He was eating the chicken earlier.
dun dun dun. So Xbot and I, many moons ago, this was like, I don't know, maybe at least 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. We started watching this movie on Netflix called Poultrygeist, and me and Xbot have this thing where we go back and forth about like who picks better movies. And I always pick B-rated movies. He always makes fun of me about that, which is nothing wrong with B-rated movies. Some of them are enjoyable, some of them suck. Yeah, this one was really bad. Like it's a zombie movie, right?
Oh, I thought you said poltergeist.
Poultry.
No, poultry.
Poultry, like cows? I mean, like
right,
chicken.
so
chicken. I mean,
Just tell him how the movie starts off and how
Somebody
quickly we shut it
timestamped
off.
that where he was like poultry,
Don't.
like cows.
Don't disrespect my trade, Supersonic. God damn it.
what's your
Poultry is a freaking chicken.
I took my quote.
Who's doing what to a chicken? Where are we going now? No, I have no idea.
Just put Sean Murray's head on the screen. No, not the Twinkie.
Okay.
No, but you gotta put a chicken, helmet over him. There you go.
Sean Murray. Is poultry cows or
I
chickens,
don't even
Sean
know what we're
Murray?
talking about anymore.
Tell us. Explain it to us, Sean
All
Murray.
right, so anyways, this movie Poultrygeist, like we made it about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. I don't know. It seemed like it was a minute and a half in, and then we shut it off. It was that bad.
A zombie stuck its finger in somebody's butthole, and then the finger snapped off, and the finger was still in the butthole, and yeah.
Sean Murray seems to like it. He's drooling.
Yeah, me and Bot, we had probably just gotten together at this point in time. I think we weren't together very long, and that was a really awkward moment. And then we were like, "No, bye."
We just looked at each other and clicked it off. Like, no.
Sabsky said, "Bruh, I need to watch this movie. Let me know if it gets better after the finger snapping off part." But anyways, what were we talking about, guys?
Cows and chickens.
Cows aren't chickens.
World War Z, 2 out of 10. I'm bringing it back. World War Z.
Oh, okay. So Butcher Fan, where'd you see this Metacritic score? Because I don't actually see a Metacritic score. Were you joking?
No, I looked it up.
Oh, well, I don't see it.
There's
World War
one
Z
for...
Metacritic is 63.
Okay, it's showing up for nothing for me.
I thought you were talking about Crackdown. Crackdown's 60 on Xbox, then it's like 50 something on PC.
Oh, it's 58 on PC.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning how to use Metacritic, guys. 60 on Xbox, yeah. Okay. So I've never used Metacritic before, so this is my first time actually paying attention to this because usually when people talk about Metacritic, they post like screenshots on Twitter or whatever, and I see it, and then everybody's all up in arms or they're cheering, you know. So why is Metacritic important? You know, like what is the whole point of this Metacritic website?
So we can fight on Twitter, basically.
You know what? Then they're probably just sitting there laughing their asses off saying, you know what, we did it again, let's give it a low score.
It's usually not important until there's a high score, and then it becomes relevant.
Oh, yeah, okay, you know what? You have a very good point, because I see people all the time cheering on Twitter saying, hey, this game got a 90-something, blah, blah, blah. Like, remember when Forza Horizon 4 came out? I'm pretty sure people were taking that screenshot and sharing it out on Twitter, and all of a sudden it mattered. But now,
you know who didn't share a Metacritic score like that? Like this whole generation. This guy, this guy right here. I don't give two shits about the Metacritic, to be really honest with you.
I haven't shared a Metacritic score. I don't care about Metacritic. I've watched movies that were horrible on Rotten Tomatoes, and I've watched them and I've enjoyed them.
Okay, you know what? There you go. I agree with you. So is this like Metacritic, like the Rotten Tomatoes of video games?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
I know, but whatever you do, like I posted the review because IGN reviewed the story of Crackdown. And one review, then reviewed Wrecking Zone in another, and they give it a 4 out of 10. So I posted on Twitter, it said, ouch. Then people got pretty damn pissed off at me.
Yeah, I saw that. I was sitting here laughing. I was like,
hey, I don't back down, though, but
that is
you kind of do sometimes.
Sean Murray I have ever seen on this show. I swear.
You know what? Shout out to J-Dubs. J-Dubs sent me that creepy-ass Sean Murray.
You upgraded. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I did. I really appreciate it, J-Dubs. But, you know, there's all this talk going around about Metacritic, and everybody's arguing over Metacritic. Why? These are just people's opinions. Their job is to be a critic and to give you, like, their opinion, you know? So if you're going to get mad because a game has a low Metacritic score and then be throwing a party because the game has a high score, you're just as much a fucking hypocrite as the people who are actually doing these, who are getting paid most likely to give you these scores.
On Metacritic, on Metacritic, I think the developers do get a big kickback if they get a certain amount of high reviews or something. I saw a story about it somewhere.
I just want to lay it out there for the chat. What OhSnaps is saying, if people out there are praising a high Metacritic score and then going in and saying that low Metacritic scores are irrelevant just because of platform or something like that, you guys are being hypocrites and are just as bad as the people doing the reviews themselves.
Facts. Vogel,
What?
thank you, Xbot.
Can I say something else
Hold on.
too?
Vogel says I never looked at or got or
Never mind.
hold on. Well, Vogel said I never looked at it or got or not a game. Did or didn't
Got
get
or
a
not
game?
got a game.
Okay. Based on a score. You know what, Vogels? I'm in the same position because those scores don't matter to me. Like I'm a casual gamer anyway. Like why am I gonna look up a Metacritic score? I didn't even know what a Metacritic was until the gaming community, honestly. Like, I just play a game because it looks like fun. Sometimes they're not home runs. Sometimes the game sucks. And I'm disappointed.
Sometimes they're Operation Raccoon City.
Wow, that was fun, so fuck you, bot.
I had fun playing with you, okay? That's the only time I played that game was with you. That was it.
All right.
That was our date night.
So, my question is why is there a different Metacritic score for PC versus Xbox One?
Well, they do divide it up amongst platforms as well. Like if it was on PlayStation, they would have a PlayStation Metacritic score as well. And what they would do is, you know, any of the reviewers that were reviewing it for PlayStation had the PlayStation review copy or whatever, then, you know, they would do the score. They would group up all their review scores and give a Metacritic score, which is the average of, you know, the reviewers' scores. So they do that, you know, if you get, say, PlayStation version or an Xbox version or a PC version, and they group up whoever got which versions, and they make the Metacritic score out of it.
I think it's stupid to have multiple. I feel like they needed more spaces for ads on their website, and that's why they have multiple versions. I'm not even kidding. Video ads just keep on popping up. But I honestly don't find this is that important, and everybody who's arguing over it, like, why are you arguing over it? Why are you even looking at it if you're mad about it? Like, don't. Everybody puts ourselves in the positions we're in, and yes, I understand, like, you know, these are opinions, but this is someone's quote-unquote professional opinion, and if they don't like the game, that's their opinion. They're allowed to share that, and you guys don't have to listen to it. You could simply say, you know what? Screw them, I'm just going to get the game and just go on about your day. But now everybody's got to argue about it. Like, why is there any argument about this in the first place? You know, why is everybody saying, no, that's a great game, you should support it? Why? You know, you have the people who don't like the game, they're entitled to that. Does that make them a bad person? Because I know I've seen a lot of that on Twitter where people are just kind of going back and forth. Talking about why it's a great game, trying to convince the person.
Back and forth on Twitter? Nah.
No,
I think the thing that they're really going that gets me irritated is that they're calling it like media bias and blaming these reviewers for giving these review scores. And in all honesty, the reviewers aren't saying the game isn't fun. They're not saying that the game's not enjoyable by many. They're not saying that there's, you know, people can't have fun in a game even with its 6 of 10 review score or whatever they have. What they're saying is that there's a few issues and there is fun in the game. If you read many of those reviews, they say the game was fun for a period of time that they played it, but what they were saying is that they can see that like if you play it for a long period of time, how the fun can kind of dwindle down because you'd be doing the same thing over and over. That's basically what they were saying. So everybody went and blew up on him, on the reviewers and everything, which in all honesty, everybody makes their own fun in different ways. So to be able to go against a reviewer like that or reviewers because of their professional opinion, I think is just ludicrous. I mean, everybody can have their own fun. Yeah. And
because it'd be okay if it was a good score, then everybody on Twitter would be happy and it'd be all roses and fucking sunshine.
Yeah, you know, and then it's just, it drives me crazy. And then there's people backing it up. And now you have everybody going, this game's fun. This game's so fun. This game is mindless fun. That's what I've heard so much throughout the last couple of days. And you're like, nobody said it wasn't fun. They were just putting their professional opinion saying, this game has a few issues, and this is why we're scoring it this way. We're not scoring it for the future. We're scoring it for what it is now.
At this point in time.
Not for what it's going to be in the future like Sea of Thieves. They're talking about what the game at its current state is right now, and that was their score.
Mhm.
You know, and so a lot of these fanatics, they go crazy over that, and you're just like, why? What is your deal? Like, why are you trying to backpedal and like make up ground for this? Because it doesn't make any sense. It
Well,
doesn't make any sense.
check this out, Butcher. I heard a couple people actually make some valid
Oh,
claims.
time out, bot. Butcher Van,
no.
read the chat what Sobsky said. But continue, bot.
Oh wow,
Ooh.
Satsuki.
Lady Foxfire said, try it yourself. Hashtag be your own reviewers. Damn right, Foxy. Damn right.
Well, see, the thing is, for people who are getting into this whole review thing, all right, a lot of the reviewers out there basically said that they didn't really bring anything new to the table, okay, all right. OhSnap's got to run to the car real quick, but they said, you know, mediocrity. They said it didn't really bring anything new to the table and stuff like that. Where these same reviewers, when it came to, like, you know, some people were even saying that the world wasn't alive enough, but yet they liked like Shadow of the Colossus remake, which was basically just a complete.
No, that game sucks.
Well,
Like
but it got a high Metacritic score, and people are saying, well, why are games like that and The Last Guardian getting such high Metacritic scores, and why is Crackdown being so heavily scrutinized over that? And to that extent, I think, you know, people, they have something to talk about with that. As far as the game being fun, Funhouse, one of the people I watch on YouTube that do like gaming stuff is Funhouse. I think they're funny. I don't agree with them all the time, but it was so refreshing to hear them with their Inside Gaming talk about Crackdown and say this is probably the purest video game that has come out in years. It's so completely like over the top, explosives, blowing stuff up, colorful, smooth gameplay. They absolutely they liked it. And it was so whoa, like to hear somebody have kind of like the same opinion that I have on the game, that I feel it's a fun game. Not every game has to have this like incredible story narrative and stuff like that. Some games are meant to be picked up and just played and have fun with. And I think that's what Crackdown is. So you know, people talking, I hear them talking about, well, when they're reviewing these other games like The Last Guardian and Shadow of the Colossus, they're giving them high review scores. It seems a little off in comparison between what they're talking about with Crackdown.
So here's what I have to ask you, Xbot, is that, do you believe, I mean, I'm sorry, being almost a 50, you know, it's 60 right now, being almost a 50, not high 60, it's low 60, if not 50. You are in most games that I've seen that have been accurate on Metacritic, they are nearly broken games, okay, in some way, shape, or form. They have launched with I mean, don't get me wrong, not having, you know, being able to party up and this and that is very disheartening, and that's why I haven't played it yet.
That's a big misstep. That's the one big thing on why I can't sign off on somebody spending $60 on this game.
And I agree with you, but the thing is that, is the game really broken? Because I've seen a lot of people that really haven't been into Crackdown all of a sudden be into it after playing this game. And don't get me wrong, I haven't played it myself, and I will be the first one to admit it, but I have watched people play this game, and they are just dying laughing or just fucking enjoying the hell out of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, in my head, you know, a lot of people enjoy Sea of Thieves. Not a lot of people really enjoy State of Decay 2. I mean, I don't see a lot of people acting the way
they did at first.
But I don't see a lot of people acting the way they do with Crackdown. How in God's name is that game lower than State of Decay? I just don't understand it. You know
I'll let you know right now, like when it comes to a grading system and, you know, in a review score, to me, a 60 is way too low. I would go at least 10 points higher, even with the not being able to bring your party into wrecking zone yet. I would at least go 10 points higher. But at the end of the day, like the game, it's not broken. All right. There is solid gameplay in this. Of course, it's different than what people might be used to nowadays. And people can argue if the gameplay mechanics, if they're dated to the point where, you know, maybe people shouldn't make those games anymore. You can go in and out, debate that whole topic, because I've seen people talk about, well, it seems like there was a core story in there, but they ripped it out and all you have is side missions. But if you have played Crackdown, you do realize that they leave it totally up to you. All right. And that whole, it seems like there's just side missions is actually pretty asinine, because once you complete like the major missions and stuff, you get cutscenes, you get more information on the Terra Nova organization that you're going up against, and it unlocks more areas and stuff like that. But it's pretty much, it's up to you on how you want to play it, how you want to tackle the missions, and then there's a bunch of side missions after that, like while all that is going on.
They flat out said that you could literally go to the main boss at the beginning of the game and try to defeat her or whoever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But if you don't take out the industrial part of it, where they're making that like green ooze or whatnot, if you don't do that, that means like the gas defense mechanism on the tower will still be there. If you don't take out the ENF, which is the extra advanced security unit, then the amount of enemies that you're going to run into trying to climb that tower is going to be like astronomical in comparison to if you took them out. So you can go around and take out all the other little bosses to get to the big main boss, and it'll make your trip up that tower like easier.
Well, it sounds exciting.
I like that idea though. It's something you don't see every day in a video game.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I sound funny or not, but my mic is broken and I had to punch it because I dropped it. And that's why I have to punch it to make it work. So let me know if I sound normal, you guys, or if I sound weird. Anyways, I don't know. I think this whole Metacritic bullshit is absolutely ridiculous. And I think the game was fun. Like when we played the Wrecking Zone, I had fun with the beta. I think the main issues is the developers were very sneaky about how they went about it, and they killed their own game. I mean, I know it's not dead, so don't attack me saying it's not dead, blah blah bullshit. They hurt their game very much by I know they're gonna patch it and all that good stuff. If they actually do, they're claiming that they will patch the ability to party up with your friends, but that hurt the game very much. And I think,
did I tell you the reason why? They actually came out and they gave like their reason why.
Well, you can give me a reason in a minute, but I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, as a reviewer of the game in general, like overall, that left a bad taste in their mouth, and I'm sure that doesn't help the score at all. And you can't say that it's only of the main game or the campaign, because you're going to have an overall opinion of the game. And my overall opinion of the game isn't great. So, I mean, Xbox, go ahead and tell me.
Oh no, basically they said the reason why they didn't have parties in at the beginning is because with the cloud destruction, and no matter if you look at it as a downgrade, which I mean pretty much compared to the tech demo it was, but they're still using the cloud for destruction on that level when it comes to Wrecking Zone. They didn't know what to expect in terms of like bugs, glitches, hiccups, anything like that when the game went fully live. And since they didn't know what to expect,
that's no excuse though. They could have. I mean, I said it last week on the show. They should. Why did we not get a beta test for this? They could have tested the game before they launched it
months ago.
So yeah, like months ago. But they launched it without the basic ability to have a party system. That's unexcusable, man.
I think it personally, I think it's bullshit. I don't think that's the reason why.
I think it sucks, and that is one of the main reasons why people are not really happy about the game. Yeah, but then I see a lot of people saying, you know what, it's not the worst thing, blah, blah, blah. And then maybe, like, I don't know, like, people are flip-flopping a lot on Twitter right now, and I'm watching them, and I'm like, but you just said this, and now you're saying this to an Xbox exec because they're important? No, they're people, too.
You gotta let them know how you feel as much as you're letting Joe Blow over in Indiana on Twitter, like, know how you
like
feel.
All these people, like, one minute they're talking shit about the game, and then the next minute they're like, oh, it's so wonderful. Like, fuck you, you're lying, because And
That's
like, I
right.
know your opinion can change, but when you say one thing to one person, you're talking crap about a game, and then you flip flop over to an exec, and you're like, "Oh, this game is great." Like, you think that they can't see your tweet either? I'm sure they don't care, nor do they have time, but they do, and you're just making an ass out of yourself at the end of the day. But you know, the fact that this game, like, all right, there's two things I have to add here. All right, the fact that this game went directly into Game Pass, I don't think that would necessarily have helped it, honestly, because yes, it's great. Yes, we didn't have to pay for it because we pay for Game Pass, but I feel like that definitely hurt the sales of the game. But they already knew that going in without the party aspect that was going to hurt the game, and that's why it's in Game Pass. That's just my opinion. And then Xbot was sitting here saying that it's not worth $60. I wouldn't sign off, but I can guarantee you if that game wasn't in Game Pass, Xbot would have been like, we're getting it day one regardless. And I know that for a fact, so don't even challenge me, bot.
You know,
And number two,
I'm not going to challenge you, but then again, I have gone on record time and time again saying how much of a Crackdown fan I am, and to all the Crackdown fans out there who are in that same boat with me, it's been so long, people. It's been so long since we got a new Crackdown. I would want it, yeah.
This game, I feel like, as in compared to other games, like you had Friday the 13th game. What a shitty launch in that game. It was a $40 game. And was I happy about the price? I think it was $40, $39.99. You have that game that was $40. You have all these other games. Like, this game is definitely worth more, but it still needs tweaks and it still needs to be fixed, and it's been 5 years. So, I mean, I guess I have mixed emotions about it in general. But yeah, I don't know.
I haven't played it
under the rug, guys.
So apparently, like, I'm not allowed to talk about it. I know I have VR and everyone makes fun of it, but that's okay to talk shit on it. But,
Oh no, yo, people in their fields today, man.
No, okay. So like everyone's saying Crackdown 3 is a lot like Crackdown 1. I hate Crackdown 1 and I hate Crackdown 2. So, I mean, just my opinion without playing it is I probably wouldn't like it, and I'm not doing Game Pass, so I probably would not pay $60 for the game.
Okay, well,
that's about it.
thank you for your information, Sonic.
What happened to your Game Pass, Sonic?
I never had Game Pass.
You lying sack of shit! You did not buy.
I have
you
never.
had used it though.
You thought about getting it for $2, man. Remember?
I thought about it, then I didn't do it. Dude, I could play Crackdown for $2 right now. I could get 2 months of Game Pass for $2.
Okay.
But I don't want to be that one extra user that Xbox is gonna show their.
Let me tell you this. I went and I bought Game Pass for $2 the other day. All right. So I went in. I paid $2 for Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass, and
what happened to all your
downloaded
Game Passes?
Crackdown to my dashboard, and then all of this bullshit that started happening on Twitter, and it just made me so frustrated.
You uninstalled it.
I did. I uninstalled Crackdown, and I got a refund for Game Pass. And
Seriously?
I said, you know what? Screw it all. I'm done. Because I was just so fed up. I was so fed up with how people just blow their shit over some of the most useless information.
Yo, people are fighting over this. Like, they're just
nasty
and it's
to
so
each stupid. Other. So I don't even want to worry myself or associate myself with a game like that, because just from the amount of craziness that's been going on about this game just doesn't make me want to play it. And so I'm going to keep myself as far away as I can from it, because
maybe when all the dust settles, you can give it a try.
Yeah, maybe in the future, but I mean, it's just so crazy that people are blowing up over this, and then it's all over your Twitter feed. And so I did the same thing what Sobsky did, and I went into my Twitter settings and I muted anything associated with Crackdown just so I could stop hearing this crap on Twitter. It's so annoying.
I don't know how to do that, so we're gonna have to
I don't
talk
think
about
it's
that.
just Crackdown though. I think it's like people. I mean, me myself, I'm tired of getting like kind of like half-ass games on Xbox, and then
shut the fuck up. You play PC games, and half of your games are half-ass games. I'm sorry, but
your favorite VR game is just a chat room.
Yeah. No offense, but it's the truth.
I got higher scores than Crackdown though.
Wow.
The sad part about it is this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and it's because like Lady Foxfire, she says in chat, no offense, but why would you let other people stop you from trying something
Good
you
job,
might
lady.
be at least interested in? See, that's the thing. I wasn't interested in it in the first place. I was going to try it because everybody else was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm having fun. So I was like, all right, well, everybody else is having fun. You know, I'll try it. But then I started hearing all this bickering going around, and I was like, you know what? It's no longer worth my time. And so that's why.
But
So-
that happens with any game, Butcher.
No,
I
but
had
see, that's the thing is like, public perception does make a difference, right? It does. Public perception. So people need to play the game, right? And then the more people that play the game, the more the perception of the game will come out. But the problem is when you get so much bickering and problems like this, it detracts, it deters me from wanting to play the game. And so then that public perception that all this bickering is associated negatively with me, and so it's turning negative to me even though I haven't even played the game yet. You see what I'm saying?
But
And I'm not
it goes
complaining,
both ways, though.
I'm not
Like, people
complaining
make-
about the game. I'm not complaining anything about the game. I have all confidence that the game is fun to play and everything like that. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just complaining at how.
Say one thing.
Hold on.
Form your own.
I'm just complaining
form
about
your
one thing.
own opinion, bro. Form your own opinion.
He said,
I am. I am going to form my own opinion.
Hearing it, man.
Can I add something to this? I completely understand what you're saying, Butcher Van, because all the Sea of Thieves stuff, and like those of you who enjoy Sea of Thieves, that's great. I was so excited to play Sea of Thieves, and I looked forward to it, but then there was just so much of it shoved down our throat on Twitter and on the inside Xboxes and all that I just didn't like it anymore. You know? And
when it comes,
that's the same deal.
How you think I feel about Game Pass? Like, that's all I see every
We're
time
gonna
I turn
shove
on
it
my
down your
damn
throat.
Xbox.
You must have Game
You're
Pass.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Well, at the end of the day, if everybody is going to be honest with themselves, you do know and you do realize that on Twitter, a lot of the people are like, oh my God, this game's so much fun. 2 weeks down the line, they're not even going to be playing it anymore. All right. That's how much fun it was. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But there are people out there who do hoist that banner. You know what I'm saying? They hoist the Xbox flag. Same on the PlayStation side. People that hoist that Sony flag. They're gonna ride or die with anything that comes out on that platform. And there are people out there on Twitter, on social media, that are just overly talking about how fun the game is. And at the end of the day, I'm a Crackdown fan. I do think this game is a quality game that people should try above like whatever scores are coming down the line for it. But it's up to you at the end of the day. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh man, you're not a gamer, you're garbage if you're not trying this out. And I'm not going to overly kind of pump it out there that this game is the next best thing, that God came down and with his own hands created Crackdown. I'm not going to do that, but I am having fun with the game. If you want to know my opinion, I think it's something that you should definitely try with Game Pass. I wouldn't tell anybody if they've never played Crackdown before or anything like that to throw $60 on this game.
Xbox just likes collecting the balls, guys. That's all he cares about.
Orbs! Give me orbs!
Balls, bot. They're balls. Just let's get to the point. Xbox loves the balls.
Wow.
But, I mean,
Meatballs.
I typically will try a game, especially if I'm not paying extra for it. My personal opinion of the game is, well, I can't give a full opinion, but the Wrecking Zone, I was trying to play this the other night. I was in party chat with Delirium Blades, my son Tyler, and Chelsea, and we were all playing something different. And it took a good 5 to 7 minutes to get into a room, and I mean, that might be a lot sooner than it actually was. So I was really pissed off about that. So Foxy said she loves balls too. Sorry, Foxy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, orbs. She said orbs.
Sean Murray loves balls. Where's Sean
Murray?
Where's
Sean Murray? This is him. I love the balls. They are big balls. So, anyways, it took
Can
a
I
very
just-
long time to get into a match, and that really deterred me from wanting. I played 2 rounds, and I was like, I'm done. But yes, Xbox, go ahead.
No, because our brother Sobsky in the chat was saying, like, unfortunately, he doesn't think that there's going to be a Crackdown 4. I actually disagree with that. All right. I know there was a lot of drama with this one, and all that stuff, but you gotta remember, when they were developing this game, they went into a lower budget within Xbox.
What year
Phil
was
Spencer-
this, Spot?
Well,
The first,
no,
second, third,
couple years,
fourth?
yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then, then they had to decide whether to take what funds they had and either bring out, kind of fast track the Xbox One X, or divvy it up between the first party in terms of game development and stuff like that. And they chose to go with hardware because before the X came out, it was all about power and resolution.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they figured they would get that taken care of. They would do enhancements on games that were already out, and then kind of get these games out in the near future. That's what they thought back then. I feel that inside Xbox, the company, the division, I feel like they're giving this Crackdown a pass, and I think there's going to be another one. Might not be the same developer though. That's the only thing. It might not be Sumo who ends up doing the next one, but there was a lot of shit within the development of this game. Like mid development cycle, it switched developers and stuff like that. There was a lot of hardships that happened while this game was being developed, which is why it was delayed so much. But I think the franchise is still alive, man.
But at the end of the day, like, it being delayed pissed people off. It came out, it pissed people off. If it was canceled, it pissed people off. So they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. That's the truth.
I like what
Sadly.
Satsuki said. He said Insomniac could make a great Crackdown game. They definitely could. Dude, with Sunset Overdrive, what they did with Sunset Overdrive, can you imagine? Like that they got the sense of humor down pat. They got the bright, colorful nature down pat. Yeah, they could definitely do something like that, but they are independent.
So
And,
I have a question.
What's up?
Why the hell is there 2 separate downloads for the campaign and for the Wrecking Zone? Is it to like boost their download numbers? What is that about?
Put the conspiracy
Sounds
symbol up.
good.
Okay, hold on. Hold your thoughts.
Do, 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 do.
You might want to put
Conspiracies.
that one on loop because this could take a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Sonic, did you have an idea? Because I have an idea.
Like, I don't know, but I would have held the Wrecking Zone for a later date. Just gave you the campaign and say Wrecking Zone's coming when it actually works or something.
Or not in those words.
Ooh, jab.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were developed separately. To be really honest with you, they use the same assets like across the board, but I think there were different development teams, and I think they were just developing it separately, and they never put it. They never inherently stitched those two together.
Yeah.
So when you do buy the game, you're actually like in your platform's eye, in your Xbox's eye or whatnot, it looks like you literally bought 2 games. It's because they developed them, the single player and the multiplayer.
But they do that with like Star Wars Battlefront. There's like 3 different aspects of the whole game, like 3 totally different developers making that game, and it's all in the same game, not under one download.
Maybe at the end of the day, it might be easier for them to update what's going on with the multiplayer in the future if it's separate and it's its own entity as well. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times where if you put everything into one huge package, when you go and do an update for the multiplayer, there will be points in time where something in a single player glitches out because it's everything all together. So
here's my conspiracy. Wrecking Zone will be free to play with microtransactions.
Oh, but they
You know
have to
what?
let you bring a party in before that can happen, man.
You do raise a good point there.
That is also a very good point on Supersonic Station's end because that makes sense with microtransactions. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people say this is just a great game with no microtransactions, and I feel like this company has been so secretive about everything that there very well could be microtransactions in the future. You know, how else are they going to make money? It's in Game Pass, so they're not making too much.
See, and I'm glad you brought up Game Pass again, and I know Sonic's going to love to hear this.
That's my favorite word.
All right. This is a perfect Game Pass game. It really is. Like, if you notice, within the past few releases, you know, the State of Decay 2, the Sea of Thieves, and this, and I'm going to take Forza Horizon, kind of put it out of that equation real quick. But they have put in games, they have come out with games that would definitely cater to a subscription service over buying a digital or physical copy. I mean...
But does it give it an excuse to have the game not complete, like Wrecking Zone not finished, so they can work on it later? Hey,
right,
it's in Game Pass. It'll be okay.
The Wrecking Zone, like, I know that... All right, if you look at it this way, right, they have multiplayer 5v5. When it was in beta, we were able to get into games together. And no, you can't bring your party in there, but that also separates it from other games. And everybody was mad, so then they were like, oh, because you guys are all upset, we're going to do this. But, you know, I feel like they were trying to take a different direction with it. I don't feel like it's necessarily, you know, that, you know, I feel like this was intentional. Timo says you don't need to install a Wrecking Zone if you're only interested in single player. Good point. Save your hard drive space.
You don't have to do that on Call of Duty. There's a lot of games you don't have to download that part on.
You say part on? I hope you said part on.
I got a raging part on.
Wow. Oh, I'm dead.
It's all this Game Pass talk. It gives me a raging part on and a Twinkie.
Please don't say that anymore.
Oh, yo, OhSnaps.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I almost kind of steered it into it being the perfect, you know, kind of like Game Pass game. I was wondering, I know we have topics, but there's something I've been dealing with. There's something I've been dealing with, like, on other podcasts I'm on. Okay. All right. And it's something my brother Mooch kind of brings to the table a lot when I talk about Game Pass and
it's fun with friends?
Exclusives. No, he's asking me, is this like the land of mediocrity? Is having Game Pass as a service giving Xbox a green flag to do, I guess you can say, less than stellar AAA releases?
Well, hey, people wanted the games bot. Everybody wanted games. They complained they had no games, and now you got games. Whether it's mediocre or not, that's up to you to make that decision. But people wanted games.
See, and I feel that it's not necessarily what they call an excuse to drop games that aren't like AAA or whatnot, but with Xbox trying to have that service be what they call the Netflix of gaming, Netflix isn't like filled with just AAA blockbusters from the movie theaters. You know, you have everything from cartoons, TV series, low budget international films and stuff like that. And I think that's what they're talking about with Game Pass. It's a wide range of games, but it crosses a bunch of different scopes.
It's like the Poultrygeist of Netflix.
Oh, no. So
not even close.
It's going to take its finger and stick it in it. Never mind.
Well, here's one thing. I haven't heard one review without any of these YouTubers or anyone. I haven't seen one review without someone mentioning Game Pass. They're like, but
because
you can
it exists, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Game Pass is gonna put a damper on reviews probably. I haven't heard one review without someone saying Game Pass.
Well,
and
I mean,
they need to review it as like a $60
as a title in general.
You know, yeah.
Tim said Poultrygeist. Is that a ghost chicken?
Speaking of $60, if you spend $60 and buy Crackdown up until the 22nd, you can get 6,000 Microsoft reward points on your Microsoft reward account.
Well, there's an incentive, guys.
So anybody that did buy the game, it doesn't include if you just got it on Game Pass. You have to actually buy it.
And if you bought Kingdom Hearts, you can get 600 or something.
600?
I don't know. I saw Kingdom Hearts in the rewards program.
I mean, so many great games came out on Friday. Jump Force, I haven't played. Our 14-year-old, 15-year-old, whatever he is, 15-year-old has that, and he was really excited about.
6'3" kid.
Yeah, the
Let's put it that way.
6'3" kid who's 15. He had that. He was really excited about that. I was actually watching the kids play a little bit earlier, and it actually doesn't look bad. It's not for me. I'm not huge into the fighting games, but it looked like they were having a blast, and that's what counts. And then Far Cry New Dawn came out on Friday, and man, I didn't think that I was going to enjoy this game. And let me tell you guys something. I've never, ever, ever, ever played a Far Cry game. I really wanted Far Cry 5, and my son, the 13-year-old, said, hey, you need to play Far Cry 5 to really understand some of the places you're revisiting. And I was like, all right, well, you know, I should have spent the more money and got both, but I'm surprised, like, I'm even playing this game because, you know, I'm playing on single player. But that game is a great game. Butcherfan's played. Xbot said he's going to play with me. I don't know how true that is. And then what else came out on Friday?
I'll play co-op with you, Mel.
Awesome. Good.
What?
Maybe I won't be confused as to where I'm at and what I'm supposed to be doing.
One thing about Far Cry, and see, like, people have different tastes. Some people like Crackdown, some people won't. Like, as far as Far Cry, the only Far Cry I could get into is Far Cry Primal. And that's the only Far Cry.
That's like the worst one in my opinion.
I know.
Out of all of them, man.
I know, and that's my point. Is like if you like a game, then don't listen to anyone. Just play it and tell everyone to shut up. But I love Far Cry.
Shut up.
Well, Far Cry New Dawn got a 73 Metacritic. All right, for PlayStation, it got a 75 Metacritic for Xbox. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Wow, Jump Force got like a 64.
From what I would give it, that's pretty close to what I would give it.
And it's a lot of fun. And you know what the thing is? This was a $40 title. And I'm absolutely enjoying the game. I played, I'm not even kidding. When I said I played all day, I played almost all freaking day. And I didn't anticipate that happening. I don't know. I just got lost in it. And then I just kept killing highwaymen. And, you know, like I got attacked by like 3 bears. It was great.
She set a bear on fire.
Oh, and Metro Exodus came out. Metro Exodus.
I was just going to let it fly by. I wasn't even going to say anything.
79 Metacritic score for Xbox and 81 for...
I am so mad. It deserves to be so much higher.
81 for Xbox, my bad, and then a 79 for PlayStation, but they both have an Xbox picture on the Metacritic website.
That, ponies. Look at those numbers. What?
Dude, but you're an asshole. So, anyways, all these games are really great games, and you know what? They may not be a great game for you, but at the end of the day, they're a great game for someone else.
Yeah.
They're a great game for someone. You know, so it doesn't really matter. It's a matter of preference, not really the score and how much you enjoy it. Like there's some games that I've purchased. Someone's echoing, and it's killing me. But there's some games that I purchased that I really regret, you know, and
I will unplug and replug.
I think you're fine, bot. So I don't know. I mean, everybody just wanted games. And Friday we got games.
What about Dear God?
Dear God, I don't think I purchased that.
That is Game of the Millennia.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Game of the Millennia.
We are waiting for a
Foxy
sequel.
said, "I like a good gay thumbs up." Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. I think everybody, you know, all around, is satisfied. There's something out there for everybody. It doesn't matter what the score's out.
You know what I'm gonna do? I have an announcement right now.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
Did you join my team?
Did I what?
Did you join my team? For operations, not Operation Supply Drop. It's the damn it things. Support our veterans. Did you join my team? It's
no,
Team Cookie Monster.
I bought too many He-Man figures this month. I'm kind of broke right now. I do have an announcement.
No. I meant I sent you a link to join the team, so you can help raise money because I know we usually team up and do donation stuffs. So
yeah, yes. Can you explain it? I don't know what it is.
Go read about it. It's for active military and veterans. It's through Operation Supply Drop, and it's 8-bit slew. It's like you know Agent Bartram on Crackdown 3. Doc Cupcake. He runs the 8-Bit Salute, and he always does tons of stuff for veterans. So you should join
that's
my
awesome.
team.
Yes, I will definitely join.
Yes, Team Cookie Monster. We gotta help. We gotta help the veterans out and
Yo,
the military.
And for
Speaking
the
of, oh my
Go
bad,
ahead.
just real quick. Speaking of Doc Cupcake, I just want to let him know if he checks the show out later on, or if he's kind of like sneaking in the chat, checking out the show right now.
It's called lurking.
Dude, I am trying to find your character so much because they have like the DNA of agents scattered throughout Crackdown. All right, and I've gotten like 4 or 5 of them. I am looking for Agent Cupcake.
Mission finding Agent Cupcake.
I need Agent Cupcake because then I'm gonna restart the story and I'm gonna do it all as Doc Cupcake. Gonna beat the game with Doc Cupcake.
I think that is really
very
cool
nice.
that they did that. That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Okay, let me know when everyone's done talking. I'll make
I'm
my
done.
announcement.
All right, I'm done.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I today am going to get Game Pass for $2 for 2 months.
Shut the fuck up! You're lying.
I am gonna
He's
play
lying.
Crackdown 3 and give it my honest review.
Okay.
I'll even stream it tonight.
I don't believe you, but okay. Let's do that.
Yo,
Okay.
Vogel, I know his name is Agent Bartram, but we call him
He's Agent Cupcake in this house.
All right, that's what we call him here, and I think that's what everybody should call him. Yo, tweet out to Doc Cupcake and say Agent Cupcake because that is the real name. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, let's move on. Because we've spent a lot of time bickering about this game. The hell's it?
Okay.
Crackdown. Crackdown.
We talked about Crackdown,
Well, Metacritic scores, and yes, we did talk about Crackdown, bot.
but can we talk about Crackdown though?
No.
Damn it.
No. All right. So, Supersonic
Put
Station.
the crack down.
Put the crack down.
You need
I
to
like
tweet that, Butcher.
I
You need to
fucking like.
Yeah.
He can't because he blocked all the words of Crackdown.
hashtag put the crack down.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a
I
good
get
way
it.
to say I don't give a
Peop-
fuck anymore.
People have as much fun as they want. That's great.
Timma, you are the man.
What did Timma do?
Timma told me where Doc Cupcake is in the game.
Nice.
He's near a
Whoa,
bridge
whoa.
or something, I think.
Interesting
I'm
that
not
someone who
play- I'm
doesn't
not
play this
playing it
game
now.
knows.
I watch streams, all right? I watch a lot of streams. I watch a lot of streamers.
You know what? You know what Butcherfan does? He puts himself offline, then he plays, and then he puts himself back online playing something else.
No, but I do have an Xbox and a PlayStation that's not available to anybody.
Oh. Okay.
Damn.
Hint, hint,
Yo,
wink, wink. Got it.
Can we get that Illuminati sign when he said that? Go, say
Yeah.
what? Illuminati confirmed.
Hold
Hey.
on. There you go.
Well, it's so funny because I get people all the time telling me, I'll tell you if I played a game or I didn't. But I get a lot of people messaging me, you didn't even play the game. How do you know I didn't play the game? I have like freaking 6 consoles. You know, like, how do you know I didn't play the game? Just because it's not on the
Butcherfan's an undercover brother, okay?
No, just because I
knows
don't have it
it.
on the account that I give everybody doesn't mean I didn't play the game.
Mm.
Like, I'll tell
Yeah,
you flat out if I played the game or I didn't.
Yeah. Hey, also, when I get Crackdown 3 tonight, whoever's ready to party up with me, get ready. It won't work, but get ready to party up.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
no, it's 2-person co-op in the campaign. Okay, the multiplayer you can't bring your party into the multiplayer. So are
I
you
know.
just trying to go?
I kid. I had to put some.
Sonic, you are a troll. You know
He's
that.
trolling always. He's even trolling about getting
Thank
Game
you.
Pass. So I don't want to hear it.
No, I swear. I promise on
Supersonic,
Sean
let's
Murray's
move on.
mouth.
You sent us an article which I accused Crispy Bomb of sending this article, but it really wasn't Crispy Bomb. It was you. So it was about a VR Nintendo Switch rumor. So do you want to tell us a little about that?
Yes, Emily Rogers posted an article that Nintendo Switch is getting VR not later, not next year, very soon. How are they going to do it? I don't know. They even said that they're going to get first party games for the VR. This could go either really good or really bad for VR, because I was thinking, wow, this is going to be freaking cool, because like over in like China and stuff, like VR is like huge. not United States, not so much. But I mean, they already have Mario Kart VR over there and stuff. But like, if it goes good, I'm gonna be really happy if Nintendo does something really good with it. But then I started thinking, oh my god, what if they fucking do some weird Labo cardboard shit? So I don't know, it's gonna do really good or really bad.
Well, if you look at that patent picture that's in the thing, like that doesn't look too hefty of a set.
Right.
I'm looking at the patent picture right
It
now, and I'm
slides
like,
right in. Well, so last year, CNET reported the data miners had discovered a screen-splitting VR mode hidden within the Switch's system firmware. So I think that's pretty interesting, and I'm going to actually share this article with you guys. I think it's absolutely interesting because I called this like when the Switch first came out and Xbox was like, no, it's too heavy, blah, blah, blah. It would be absolutely amazing if the Nintendo Switch could do VR. I know, like, I would be excited because I'm like, Xbox, I need to go and get a Switch again because I miss my Switch.
I think they'd have to bring out another Switch because, like, if the refresh rate isn't high enough, then it's gonna make people sick.
Yeah.
So I don't. They're either gonna have to come out with like a Switch Pro smaller, or they're gonna have like a separate device for Nintendo Switch. Like if Nintendo did jump on board, it would be huge, man. Like Mario Odyssey and shit. That'd be awesome. I mean, I've even played. Some people have like modded like Zelda. What's a cartoon Zelda game? I forgot the name of it.
Legend of Zelda.
Wind Waker. Someone modded the whole Wind Waker game in virtual reality, and it's freaking epic.
Listen to this. There's an article up that I just typed in, like, new Nintendo Switch, right? It says, Nintendo's currently working on a new improved iteration of Nintendo Switch console. According to the Wall Street Journal, it makes its way to the shelf some point next year. Among various improvements may be an improved LCD screen, but not OLED display. The reason for this is said that they're aiming to make the device brighter, thinner, and more energy efficient. So if it's thinner, that means it's not going to be as heavy, which means it'll be brighter, like a great VR console type thing. And the thing is, like, the Oculus Rift is pretty heavy. You have an Oculus, right, Supersonic?
Yes.
It's fairly heavy, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really notice it when you're wearing it, but like when you take it off, you're like, holy shit, my head feels like 30 pounds lighter.
Well, I mean, compared to the PSVR, it's a little heavy. Like if every headset would use like the PSVR kind of like the way it's designed and stuff, I think that's where everyone should go. I think the Nintendo Switch, I think that's where they should go with it as well. I swear to God, Nintendo, if you do Labo cardboard shit,
I don't think it's going to be Labo cardboard shit. I think it's going to be something more like an actual Nintendo piece of hardware, and you're going to slide your Switch right in, and it's going to go for $299, and there goes all your money again. More Nintendo products that are never going to get discounted. You're just going to duct tape
your Switch to your face.
You know what? That would be so cool. I would do that if I had a Switch, but I don't.
I'm telling you, if they announce, like, when Nintendo confirms this, I'm buying a Switch day one. It's not day one anymore, but I will get a Switch. I support anything that supports VR.
Hey guys, I got my my Sherlock Holmes hat on right now, and with looking at this article and looking at kind of like the patent, what they're showing, if you notice the size of the Switch that they are using,
smaller?
It's smaller. It's smaller. It is smaller than the Switch that people have out there now. So what I'm thinking is they will bring out a mini. It might be the same price as the regular, and the reason why is because that one will have the VR experience as opposed to the ones that people got day one.
So
what's happening, man?
Nintendo Switch news.
If a cell phone can do virtual reality to some extent, right? Which you see that with Samsung, then the Switch with using the Tegra chip and everything like that, and being like similar but more powerful in terms of the architecture, it's definitely doable.
Well, here's another thing I was thinking too. Like, okay, so like Xbox is giving all their games to Nintendo Switch. Hellblade's going over there. Lucky's Tale, Cuphead, they're all going to Switch. We're giving everything to Switch. Then I was thinking, why wouldn't Microsoft offer one of their mixed reality headsets for Switch or something like that?
You know what, guys? Time out. I want to give Vogels Craig a shout out. He hashtag put the crackdown on Twitter. You know what? Xbot's laughing his ass off in the other room on mute. You know what, Vogels? I'm going to send you something special.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I give Vogel props. Vogel's a badass. He's always commenting on posts and retweeting, and he's very active. I give him props. He's pretty good dude.
He is one of the few that put that work in, man. When it comes down to it, he's all over the place. Yeah.
That was great. That made my day. Put the crack down. All right, continue talking, guys.
I mean, shit, like Zelda VR, like Mario VR, hell yeah, Mario Racing, Mario Kart, or whatever. Like that shit sounds cool. So like, when Nintendo does it, hopefully it gives VR like a boost of popularity and crap like that. Because people already have like the device. Maybe it'll be a smaller Switch. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. From what this article says, it's coming like very soon.
I think that would be pretty spectacular. Like the second article that I pulled up was from the mid to end, I think it was October 2017, and it said next year. So there's a lot of articles pointing to this year.
Right.
So I'm a little excited because I know that, well, I got my Oculus, but if I can take a VR headset to work, I won't have time to use it unless it's our slow season, but I would totally do that, you guys. And then I'd try to get everybody to use VR because that is my mission in life right now. Like,
well, that's
I know
what
there's a couple people
VR.
Say VR
sorry.
sucks.
I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
I'm used to it.
Good. I mean, that's what helps VR. Like the Oculus Quest is coming out this spring, and that's totally wireless inside-out tracking. So if Nintendo Switch does it, that's going to be very good. I expect PlayStation to do the wireless thing next year with the VR. So that's cool. I'm just glad to see getting more popular instead of more and more people making fun of shit and stuff. But Nintendo could bring some freaking awesome titles to virtual reality. I mean, Metroid Prime. Oh my god, that would be so freaking crazy.
Where's our fearless leader?
Don't all get excited at once.
Where's our fearless leader?
Oh my god, that's so amazing. What did you say? I was busy sending Vogels Craig a DM, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, what'd you say, Supersonic?
Oh, Metroid Prime would be freaking perfect for virtual reality. That would be so cool.
I've never played Metroid Prime.
Only if they make it right, though, dude. You say everything would be great in VR, but you got to remember the development. They have to make it right, man. Like, I don't want a Metroid Prime on rails. You know what I'm saying? Where you're looking over and you're hitting a spot and you have to trigger to get over to that spot or whatever. You want a free motion Metroid Prime and stuff like that. So not everything is just going to be great in VR. They have to develop it properly for it to be good in VR.
I don't. You could take stuff that wasn't developed.
He's like, look at turd in VR.
No, I mean, look what they did to Skyrim, Borderlands 2, Resident Evil.
Dude, Crackdown in VR would be amazing.
I was just gonna say that, Butcher. You beat me to it, man.
Yep. Oh! There it is. That's what will get me to play Crackdown. Put it in VR. Yep.
Yes. Everybody go attack the Xbox execs and tell them they need to get VR on the Xbox and have Crackdown be the game for it.
Supersonic, I hear the Nintendo Store will be in VR as well.
Oh yeah. anything in VR, I'm hyped. Oh wait,
what if they did Game Pass in VR, Tim and Doss says?
I'm just so glad that Xbox is bringing all their games to every other platform, so that way I can play all my Xbox games on my PlayStation.
I know, right?
Wow.
I got an Xbox on my
Sarcasm.
phone now.
I think that was sarcasm.
I'm so excited I could play my Xbox games on my PlayStation because my Xbox games on my Xbox just aren't as good on the Xbox.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Getting that experience, on the Xbox One X in terms of power, and I'd rather drop down to a mid-level.
Yeah, I mean they have
No.
the Xbox One X, so why not bring it out for the Nintendo too? Who wants the best experience when they can get a very subpar experience?
They even said it at DICE that you are going to get this exact same build of Gears of War 4. Wait, is it Part 4? Yes, Part 4. On a smartphone, you're going to get the exact same build as the Xbox One X on your phone, on your tablet. Don't believe me? Go watch the DICE Summit. This is what they said. Not coming from my mouth. Theirs.
You said DICE,
Yeah, the DICE thing.
but you said Gears of War.
Yeah,
Stop spewing
at-
out your mouth,
No,
bro.
at the
What the hell did they
the
know about
DICE
Gears of War?
the DICE Summit, they said when you play Gears of War 4, you're going to have the same build on your smartphone.
Yeah, because it's going
or
to
a
be
tablet.
streaming from a freaking server, dude. They're not building it for mobile.
You tell Phil Spencer that I'm not all about this power of the cloud bullshit.
Oh my goodness. And something to fall back on. There you go, Super.
I blame Phil Spencer. This is what, I mean,
can't
this
wait
is
for
what they
everybody
said.
I can't wait
That's
for
what I
everybody to
said.
try and read all the small lettering on their phone while they're playing a game.
But I mean, a phone's
Hey,
a tablet.
pull
a
out the
tablet's
magnifying glass.
It's gonna be
I don't-
fine. It's not amplified, but it's the word magnified.
Xbox everywhere. Put the conspiracy thing back up. I told you guys, Game Pass will turn into an app. Xbox is turning into an application right now. Your consoles are going to mean nothing. Xbox is no longer a console.
Brother,
Where's my
I've been trying to
conspiracy
tell
thing?
people that for a year and a half now, man.
Xbox is your subscription. You are
People
nothing
said-
but a subscriber to Microsoft.
You're nothing but a subscriber to Netflix. You're nothing but a subscriber to Hulu. You're nothing but a subscriber. All right, Spotify is free, so But this.
No, it's
this,
not. It has ads. It's free if you pay for it to be ad free.
Okay, well,
Hey Mel, I have an idea.
Yo.
Or listen to it.
Coffees, casuals, consoles, conspiracies.
Yes.
Coffees, casuals, and conspiracies.
I fucking love conspiracy.
Where the aliens
Forget the
at,
console
bro?
part.
Aliens are interdimensional demons.
Okay, so, all right,
It's
guys.
like, so I thought you said so. What's the big deal?
Yeah, no big deal.
What is the
They're
big
everywhere
deal?
anyway. So
Mel, did you just put you put a dicks in your X?
disc.
Did you?
I never put a
dick.
disc in my X. I've not penetrated my Xbox.
Why are we talk about balls and dicks and Sean
Can you not
Murray?
say dick? There's no dicks here, just discs.
It's just short for Richard.
There's no
Boobs.
Richards here.
Richard Cranium.
Okay,
So, Dick, what do you think?
Nintendo Switch, guys, stay with me, all right?
Okay, we're here.
Nintendo
We're here.
Switch has The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Did you guys see that trailer? The remake?
Yes.
Oh my god.
my
So I told Bot, I was like, I need a Switch. And he was like, you already had one. I was like, I know, but I didn't care about it then. But now I want it. We traded it in so we could put the money toward his Xbox One X. And now I want it back.
So we
I
can
need
trade
this.
in your Oculus to get a Switch, right?
Fuck
Hell
you.
no.
That's where
I
I
will
say,
trade
where's
you
the
in
income
first.
tax at?
Well, see, the problem is I don't want to spend my income tax on that because I want to save money so we could buy a house someday. But I really,
Someday.
really, really,
Ooh,
really
I
want
just
to.
Not in
got chills. I
Connecticut,
just
right?
got chills with her saying
Because
that.
I said we.
Toy-
Not my
yeah,
house
I knew.
this
I didn't
time?
even notice
Wee-wee.
that. She usually
Toys
says
are
my
funner.
new house.
My new
like,
house.
oh my goodness.
But anyways, do you guys who has seen the trailer for that and who's excited for it?
Me, I make fun of
But you
Nintendo all
don't
the
support
time.
Nintendo.
I know, but I want to buy it just for that game. See, games sell consoles. I would buy it just for that one game.
Time out. Jay Slayer in the chat says aliens are gonna fund the Mad Box. You know what, Jay Slayer? You should send that to them. Maybe you'll win that $10,000. They were doing a giveaway for like the best tagline or whatever.
That would definitely be an awesome tagline.
That really would have. All right,
Aliens are funding the Mad Box.
so continue your words, Supersonic.
I love that game and what they did to it. Looks cool. It's remastered and they put Mario stuff in it. It looks so fun. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Like I mean, everyone knows why I don't support Nintendo because all my games were locked on a console. Then if your console breaks, you lose all your games and stuff. But I really want to. If I see a Switch drop in price, then I want to get one just for that one game.
How long has the Switch been out?
It's not going to drop
long.
in price. It's not
going to drop in price until they have a new console come out, or handheld console, whatever you want to call it.
Nintendo is notorious for keeping the same price. Like it's crazy.
Well, you know, I would love to get that for Wii U, but Xbot informed me that that's not going to be on Wii U, and that really depressed me. So
they're done making games for the Wii U, lady. Anything Nintendo you see now, you see the whole Switch logo. That's it. It's it.
No, because
Wii U is dead now.
No, because the Splatoon 2 was on Wii U, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. No, maybe it was Splatoon.
No. Yeah.
I hate my life. No, I need a Switch, guys. That's the end of the story. All right, how about you, Butcher Van? Do you care anything about Zelda?
No, I had a Switch. I gave it a shot, and then I got rid of it.
Okay.
So I could care less about Switch.
That's cool. All right. How about you?
It wasn't that great of a console, in my opinion.
I don't care about it in general. There's some games on there that I really want that, you know, like you could play it on the TV.
And it might support VR. So now all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what? I mentioned that I needed to get this when I saw Link's Awakening. That had nothing to do with the VR part. That's just like a bonus at this point.
That is true.
Nintendo Switch Master Race now, motherfuckers.
Like, I love Legend of Zelda games, and I wish they were on Xbox, but they're not. So I suck it up. And, you know, like the Breath of the Wild, we had that for Wii U, and one of the kids, he like basically took it over. He beat the game. Now he still goes back in there to play more stuff and make dubious food. So that's his favorite thing to do.
Did you say doobie?
Dubious food. How about you, Crispy?
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry, Bot.
Yeah, I going to be honest. I haven't played a Nintendo game since Conker's Bad Fur Day on the N64. That is the last time I played a Nintendo game. Do you know why? Because they all look the same. I can't stand it, and I don't care what anybody says. You put all these games against each other. This is why they don't care about how it's only running at 900p or 720p. They don't care about that because they have a following, and that's great for them. It's not my bag, motherfucker.
That's the uncensored mooch version of "It's Not My Bag."
What did he say?
It's not my bag, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
If anyone makes fun of Zelda, I will kick them in the nuts.
Dude, I like when it came to Breath of the Wild, it looked cool and everything like that. But my favorite Zelda was the one that was on Super Nintendo.
Foxy said Gears on the Switch confirmed.
Oh no.
I would not doubt that. I would not doubt that with Phil Spencer in charge.
But like this remake, the way that it looks like the Super Nintendo like Zelda, but brought up to a more recent demographic in terms of graphic and presentation and everything like that. I think it looks freaking awesome. My jaw dropped when I saw it. I took the Seth, he's the kid who's in Zelda. I took him into, I was like, they announced a new Zelda. He was like, oh, I was like, do you want to see it? Just because I wanted to watch the trailer again. Mm-hmm. And his jaw dropped as well. He was like, it looks like the one you play. I was like, yeah, but better.
Wow, so rude.
But yeah, it looks great. And we only saw a couple like really quick clips. It's I'm gonna be interested to see kind of like more gameplay. But right now, man, that looks fire. Talk about nostalgia right there, man.
I know that it's definitely a shot of nostalgia. Did they say when that is coming out?
They just said 2019.
Oh, okay.
So I have some time to build up monies for a Switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I am not going out stripping in the evenings again, lady.
Please.
So someone wants a game gift me a Switch, my Xbox. That doesn't work. Never mind.
Black Rider.
Zelda is a man in drag. Okay, so to each his own. It's 2019. All right. All right. So I don't know. I'm excited about the Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. That totally had me like, oh, get his Switch. I was really thrilled about that, you guys. That made
Me
my
too.
day the other day. All
And
right,
that's
so
that's the last thing I wanted was a Switch, and I saw that I'm like,
but then all the
I
kids
gotta
are gonna
get one.
bug me about using the Switch, and I have a problem sharing like sensitive hardware, you know? Like,
You know what?
Xbox, does she let you use her Oculus Rift?
She tells me I could. I was
With
like, I'm not going to use
supervision.
it. I'm not going to use it without you here because if something happens, like she'll completely blame me for it. So I already set that. I put that line. I drew that line in the sand. I am not touching that thing without her in the house. Okay.
So it'd be absolutely pointless for me to buy Rock Band.
What? You'll
Ooh.
be here.
I'm not gonna
Mel,
be here all the time at work.
You need to learn to share it, Mel.
I'll sing.
I
I'll
told him to
play.
use it.
Sharing is okay, but then when it breaks, like she blames me for it.
So
So I won't
stop
touch it while
breaking
she's
stuff.
here.
Simple as
I won't
that.
touch. I won't touch it while she's not here. So this way she can't be like, "Well, you were playing it when I wasn't here, and you broke it." I won't do that.
Well, I'm gonna blame you anyway, so it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you're still gonna get the blame for it breaking when it does, or if it does. All
Yo,
right.
that's what Vogel said. He's like, "Xbox, you would get blamed no matter what."
Facts. All right. So Anthem, like if you have EA access, you have the 10-hour trial.
Yep, I'm download. It's been downloading. I don't know if it's done yet. I could check.
I mean, does it matter at this moment?
It does for me because
Okay.
I play it, mofo.
Oh, okay. Well, who here has played the Anthem
Ooh, it's at 82%.
pre-release? I
I
guess.
used my old 10 hours already.
You used your whole 10 hours?
Yeah.
Did you put them to good use?
Yeah. I'm like level 13 or 14, I think.
Nice. And how are you liking it?
It's decent.
Mm-hmm. Decent.
It you can definitely tell it's got a lot of work, especially for a new franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in the future the game's going to be pretty good. At release, I'm not so sure about that. But I mean, it'll give people something to do on release, but I don't think that it'll keep people occupied for a long period of time unless they start adding more stuff.
Thank you for confirming that I will not purchase this game anytime soon. Thank you.
I mean, in my opinion, what I'm doing is I'm actually gonna play The Division first, and then in about 6 months, then I'll get into Anthem.
So we could play Division together, Van. There you go.
Yeah.
Butcher just likes the Division better. Come on, Butcher, just
When's
say
the
you like the
Division come
Division
out?
better.
No, I was extremely hyped for the Anthem, but I'm just gonna go with a more stable franchise that's been proven over a new one, especially for a company that hasn't gone into what they're dipping into, what they're going into.
Dude, if I was still a drug dealer, I would stay away from you. Like, man, he ain't gonna come back. I'm not even gonna offer him a break.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, like, that's the funny thing too, is like I was really hyped for Anthem. I still am hyped for Anthem. The gameplay is just amazing. Like to fly around and the shooting, it's fun. It feels really good to fly around and shoot and just play. It's just I don't feel that there's enough content there right off the bat. Like
Well,
they haven't really shown.
Do you love the loading screens? I mean, they're just great, aren't they?
Yeah, the loading screens are a little annoying, and I can see that if you're playing, 30, 40, 60 hours or something like that, I can see where they'd get really, really annoying. Even on the 10-hour trial, they were pretty annoying.
So when does the Division come out?
March. Well, the open beta is March 1st through the 3rd, I think.
So
everybody
you're
can
gonna
play,
wait.
and then right after that, in March, I think 15th is the release.
Are you waiting for a price drop? Because I know we were really excited about this game, and now it's like meh.
I find this really interesting with like the beta that did come out for Division 2 with all like the sound bugs and stuff like that that kind of like riddled that demo. Like you're talking about a more established franchise, but then you look at the history of the franchise, like it was
but see, that's the
rocky
thing
at
is,
best,
like,
man.
It's rocky, but at heart it's still Ubisoft, and Ubisoft lately has been producing really good products, and I have a lot more faith in them that they're going to produce a product and they're going to maintain it a lot better than a new franchise.
I will just say this: if you played the beginning of the Division, the first one, and then now, I mean, they are two totally different games. They really are. So they really support, and at the same time, I think they're finally realizing that they need to invest in certain areas that they haven't. And I think that, like when we get the actual release game, I think the open beta for the people that haven't played it, I think is going to be way better than the private beta that we played. Me personally, that's the way I'm thinking, because when I just have audio bugs, when I have no connection issues, nothing like that. Like I was joining people on the fly. Like it was pretty like crazy. Like it was annoying that the thing kept saying, "Oh, this agent needs help," and I'm like, shut up, please. I don't want to play with somebody else. And there should be an option. There should be an option to shut that off. But at the same time, it was cool when I was hurting, and I'm like, oh, let me just throw that quick little call out, and people joined me and they helped me, and it was interesting. I mean, they definitely fixed issues that I thought were horrible. I feel like, I played Anthem for at least like 5 hours, and I'm like, I'm really like, I like the gunplay. I like, I even, and I always get on Xbot about Destiny, but I felt like it was more like a realistic Destiny type thing.
Mm.
But I just, every time I would go out of the area or anything like that, like there'd be like enemies and stuff like all the time. Like there'd be enemies outside the area, and I'd just be like, oh, I'm just going to start shooting people. And then I would get kicked back in. And then it would go to a loading screen rather than just saying, you've been removed or something. Like it would just go to a loading screen. And then every time I was going in with a mission with somebody, there would just be loading screen after loading screen. And I'm like, well, are we going to fix this, or is this just part of the game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think Anthem's going to be it's going to be a really good game. At release, I'm going to take my bets for Division over Anthem. That's just all I'm saying. It's like, I don't have the time to invest a lot of hours into multiple games. So I'm right off the bat, I'm just going to start off with one. And if I'm picking between the two, it's going to be the Division.
You know what? That sounds like a good idea. But
I'm hearing Division fans over here.
I'm looking forward to
not wrong with that.
Anthem. I'm giving away 2 copies of Anthem. I posted it. Well, my bot posted it 50,000 times in the chat.
The timing with the bot, like when we started talking about it, though, it popped right up. And again, come on, with energy, how many copies are you giving?
I'm giving away 2 copies of Anthem.
Yeah,
I accidentally punched my TV, Xbot. Thank you.
So wait, me and Van. There you go. Then we can all play.
Yeah, it's open to everybody. All you gotta do is go to the Gleam link and follow me on Mixer. Everything else is optional.
Van will still be like, you know what? I'm not playing it until like 6 months after Division 2. So
you know what? To each his own. He has plenty of other games to play. You can play Farm together.
Well, I might play Anthem here and there, but I'm not going to be full force, into it, because that's a type of game that you're going to want to sink a lot of hours into.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just like I've had a lot of fun. Even in that 10-hour trial, I had a lot of fun with all my friends and everything, playing around.
So do you get a discount on this game with EA Access?
Yeah, it's like $53 instead of $59.
Nice. I just feel like we just spent too much money on games, so I have to wait on this a bit.
Yes, we had. Thanks to Predator out there.
Thank you, Predator. Rain says I want the Iron Man DLC for Anthem. Now, the loot boxes or whatever you want to call them.
Oh, geez.
Are those actually $20?
Good
Well,
old
okay.
EA.
Okay, so here's the thing. With the 10-hour trial, I spent all my 10 hours, right?
Mhm.
We were playing. You started off with 40,000 coin. And to buy like a bunch of stuff, it's right around 50 to 60,000 coin to buy stuff. Like even an emote is like 24,000 in Anthem.
Ow.
And through my 10-hour trial, I earned around 12,000 coin in 10 hours.
That's not
So
a lot.
that 12,000 coins that I earned in my trial wasn't even enough to buy an emote.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
So that's just to show kind of where, I mean, maybe when you get higher levels, maybe they're going to increase the amount of coin that you'll get.
But what difficulty level? Because a lot of that stuff I think is going to be based around the
That's on
difficulty
hard.
level.
That's on hard difficulty.
You're on hard? All right.
Yeah. And so, and the higher difficulties above hard right now are locked.
Tim said he didn't notice loot boxes.
Well, it's not invasive, so it doesn't pop up on your screen and say, "Hey, buy this. Hey, buy this." You actually have to go to the shop and, or if you want to change vinyls,
Excuse me.
then you have to pay for certain select vinyls and stuff and get coin that way.
So
it's not invasive. It's not forcing you to go to the shop and buy anything. But
it doesn't pop up in front of you and say, "Hey, go check this out," and then you have to skip it and all that.
No, it doesn't do that. But if you do want to customize your character beyond the stock customizations and get, other things, the coin is pretty rare for now, at least at the lower levels. I'm hoping that as you get higher up in the levels, the coins kind of go with it. So, but that's unknown because I'm not high enough level yet.
Well,
so
you'll
that's
get there.
just from what
I still want to know what happens when you fly into one of those storms. I remember kind of like the original trailer where they're running through the forest and there's a storm kicking up. I forgot what kind of storm they called it, but they were all together and like, "All right, guys, you ready?" And they're like, "Let's go!" And they jump and they fly right into the middle of the storm. I want to know what's in there.
Well, Xbot, there's one way to find out.
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, yes, there is.
It is 11% away from me finding out.
Oh,
Unicorn.
You know what I'm gonna do with Anthem? With Anthem, I'm waiting for the Metacritic before I decide, because Metacritic determines everything.
Yeah, I won't be able to tell if this is good until somebody puts a number right by the title. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's a good option.
Well, let's find out.
I'm gonna say 80.
It's just butts in the storm.
And then not only that, but during my 10-hour trial, I only ended up getting one item that was rare.
Oh, you gotta wait till the release day of the game to find out the Metacritic score? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they did with Star Wars too. They made the grind so hard that you're like, "Fuck it, I'll just buy it."
Yeah. So they how they have a tier system, all the other grindy games have. So you have common, uncommon, rare, legendary, all epic, legendary. They have the same thing there. In that 10 hours of grinding, I got one item that was a blue item, which was rare, and it took that long to get even that. So I'm hoping that, and that was on hard difficulty, so I can only imagine how much more grinding you have to do to be able to get a higher drop rate, So
I don't see nothing wrong.
And supposedly this 10-hour trial is day one release, so
I made a song.
I mean, it's already out on PC, so
the full game's out on PC.
Yep.
Are they putting reviews out yet?
There's no Metacritic for it.
It's in VR.
The full game's out on PC through EA Premiere.
Oh, fuck that! That's another.
You have to pay $100 a year.
Nope, there's too many subscriptions. I am excited about the game. I think my game share partner is getting it. So, like Butcher Van, I am.
Game share partner.
Long distance marriage or something. My game share partner and
That's right. We cuddle. But I am kind of like Butcher Van. I'm more excited about Division 2 because I mean, I met so many cool people in that game. I had so much fun in that game. If I don't want to say Battle Royale is coming to it, but if there was ever a Battle Royale mode to be made on a game, it would definitely be The Division. I could totally see them doing that. But I mean, that's not something I even give a crap about. But I am excited about Division. I can't wait to wreck people at the Dark Zone. I will be one of the bad guys. I promise. I will sneak up on you with a shotty and take all your loot.
I'm coming for you because I'm one of the good guys.
He was taking tips from Mel, just so you know. The sneaking up with the shotgun. That's my thing.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, guys, it's time to wrap up this show. I've been like
Like
I've been
a 40-year-old with a comb.
Shut up. That's not allowed here, bot. I hope you have your song ready, Xbot.
Well, we gotta do outros.
I know. So I've been sitting here listening to our chatter, but I'm very distracted because I have Mixer on so I can earn my sparks while we chat and all that good stuff, right? And like I put on channel 1 so I can earn bonus sparks, and there's some lady sitting in her kitchen with her kids running around, her husband, they're eating a sandwich with like 50 pieces of bread and gummy worms and sandwich meat, and I'm really disturbed by this scene. And then I'm like, wow, that's a Mixer partner. Cool.
This is America.
Someone was like, if you're gonna vlog, do that on your own website, not on Mixer. But Mixer does have a section for like creativity and everything like that.
IRL.
I don't know if it's about that bot. What? So, anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this show up. Xbot, you want to let people know where they can find you, what you're up to, all that good stuff?
Yeah, no doubt. My name's Xbot448. Welcome. Nice to meet all you guys in the chat. I do have a YouTube channel. It's a small one. It is called Xbot448. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out. I do have content on there. I've been doing a lot more kind of like live streams. I do have kind of like live gaming news videos as well. Something new I started this year. It is also the home of the next podcast, the podcast out there where you can hear about opinions about gaming news, all while watching gameplay from the all-star panel that we have there. It is every Saturday at 7 p.m., so definitely check that out. And follow me on Twitter at Xbot448, and you will know when any of my videos are dropping or when I'm going live for live streams. And right here on CCC as well, it was good to have the entire panel back. I had a blast, and the chat was amazing as always.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Xbot. Supersonic Station, do you want to let people know where they can find you, what you're up to?
Yes, Xbox Danny Boy 3600. Give me all your games and a Nintendo Switch. And you can find me on Jurassic Park.
Wow.
PlayStation is Yoshida balls, like the balls we were talking about earlier.
Nobody was talking about Yoshida's balls.
Yeah.
Saying.
Oh, my bad. Next month we're gonna do WrestleMania stream, so I won't be here that day. But definitely watch this show instead of that. And on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central, Retro Renegades, we play old arcade games, old console games. It's very fun.
Games.
Old school games. And we got Graphic God, Daz, Jago, Stinking Corpse. It's very fun. So definitely come check that out. And this week will be on my channel, and that's about it.
Very nice. That was a lot of stuff you said there. Thank you. And then we have the Butcher Van. Butcher Van, where can people find you? What are you up to?
People can find me on Xbox and PlayStation at Butcher Van, or on Twitter at Mr. Midlife Crisis, where I like to cause controversy, apparently.
Cause controversy and get death threats, right?
So yeah, exactly.
You're so mean, Butcher.
I know. I try to just throw everybody off and see how many people I can get to disagree with me when I'm just making like statements. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm just making easy statements.
I don't know. I think you're trying to piss people off.
I will train you. I am an expert at pissing people off.
Yeah.
I am so triggered at Butcher's outro right now.
Well, it's funny because you like on Twitter, you just post something that's just like a mindless statement that like an observation you see, and then you get all sorts of people like trying to tell you why you're wrong, and you're just like, it's fine if you don't have to follow me if you don't want to follow me, but Jesus, like,
Right.
I don't understand. Like, why fight with me? Like, I'm not trying to cause a fight. I'm just making a point.
I think you were trying to cause a fight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Butcher Van. You keep being controversial. We love hearing your stories. And then we have the crispiest of all crispy bombs. Crispy, want to let people know where they can find you, what you're up to?
Last but not least, can I get a pony clap? Oh, and
I don't know how to make a
Whoa.
pony clap.
I was trying to think of a way real quick.
it's a very little subtle clap. And yeah, at Crispy Bomb on Twitter, and you could see in the descriptions that I have a very complicated Xbox name. And yeah, this week on Tuesday, 10 o'clock, I'll be on Gaming After Dark with Primal Eve and Noof Nukem.
Oh,
And it should be fun.
It sounds
You
like a
wanna
little
hear
bit
some-
raunchy.
It's going to be interesting, to say the least. And I am their first guest. So, whoop,
Very
whoop.
nice.
Let's go.
Hey, I did the pony clap lesson.
I heard that.
Oh, yes. Thank you. See? Oh,
that was a standing ovation.
yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you have fun on that show, Crispy. And yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at GirlsCanGame22 and obviously right here on YouTube. Over on
Yo, you
Mixer.
see Butcher in the chat. Roar! I give stuff away for free. Let's fight, bro.
God damn it, Butcher Van. Stop being so giving.
Butcher
Otherwise,
Van's he's the nicest person on Twitter or YouTube or anything, but just a fair warning, if you have an Xbox symbol on your background or a PlayStation 1 or a Nintendo 1
if you
for
have
that
any
matter,
symbol.
and you step in Twitter, get ready to fight because it's a massacre.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So, yeah, you guys can find me on Mixer, OhSnap, it's Mel. Everybody have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bing, 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 bong.
Step on your face.
China. Bing, bing, bong. Obama.
Cha-cha.
Bing, 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 bong. Bong, bong, bong. Get those lights off. Bing, 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 bing. China. Bong, bong. Bing, 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 bong. Turn off the lights.